Apparently found a baby bird. Oh, shit.
I can hear another one peeping in the bushes over there, so I think that's the mother in there. So I'm going to try and bring it back to it, but I need Daffy to hold my rod for me.
Alright, hold on. I'm just going to have a quick look at it.
I'm not sure this is a water bird. Oh, he got scared by you, Daff.
Okay.
Take my rod, please. Please take. Welcome to RCA Exotics. This week we're talking about the little bird rescue that I performed. So as you can see from the starter clip there beforehand, we came across a tiny little chick. So when we first came across it, we tried to pop it back on the bank. This was while me and Daffy were out fishing. We were standing there in the river, and next thing we saw this little black thing floating down the river. So as you saw in the previous clip, that little baby was a tiny little black bird. And I brought it back to the bank where I could hear the mother calling for it, and then about an hour later this happened.
Well, that little bird, we found him like drifting down the river again, so we decided to pick him up. Obviously Mama Bird decided to not.
Mama Bird had obviously already abandoned him.
Yeah. So he was drifting down the river. He probably would have died if we didn't pick him up.
The second time, the first time I put him back in the bank near where I thought his mother was, but she obviously didn't take him back, and he's really cold and shivery. So
yeah, so we're gonna keep him and nurture him back to health, and then when he's strong enough and when he's an adult, we'll let him go back into the wild.
So, as you can see, we now have a new addition to the family. Figured out that this is a moorhen chick, which made life very easy because dietary and care-wise, figuring out what it was a big difference in being able to care for this guy. And we've had him now 5 days. Actually, I think this is day 6 that he's been here with us. And he's on a diet of the chicken duck crumb. I'll actually show you the bag of food. Fancy chick crumb. So that's what he's being fed at the moment. It's been offered both dry and wet. He normally eats the wet food and doesn't really touch the dry. But he's got an enclosure down here beside me, which is one of my old aquariums. I have that set up with so there's some substrate on the bottom for him, so he's been dry, and he's got 3 different water bowls in there. I'll show you in a minute. 3 different water bowls, a little sitting outside area, and a little house to go into, and then he's got 2 different food bowls, the wet food bowl, the dry food bowl, his little paddling water pool, his pooping water bowl, and his water bowl with bits of plants from the river that we've been picking up every day and bring back from. But he's doing very well. He's gone from the first day, he was shivering cold, basically couldn't really stand, he was all tired out from struggling in the current of the river. But as you can see now, he's quite happy and making faces, well able to peck my fingers and everything else he sees, and he's able to walk around the room, and he's a good little fluff ball. But basically explain why I took him was because of the fact that he should not have been that far away from the mother at the time. Now, I did make an attempt to bring him back to the mother, and we left him a good hour or more, possibly more, before we spotted him being washed down the river again. But where we were fishing was right before a patch of rapids in the water. And considering that this guy shouldn't have really been out in the current in the first place, if he had hit those currents, he probably would have drowned. Because while these guys are a water bird, as you can see from his feet here, if I can show you a foot, he's not a fully aquatic bird. He doesn't have webbed toes, so for a little one like him to be swimming in the water, it's okay for like still water. Strong current, like at the moment in the river near ours, the current is very strong because the water level is very low. He was just no hope. He would have got washed down the river. There's other birds around, like swans and ducks, that would have probably attacked him. There's stoats and ferrets as well and stuff in this area. And there's pike. So he pretty much, if the rapids didn't get him, one of the other animals would have gotten him, and his mother wouldn't take him back. So it was, we take him or leave him to go. So we took him in, and thankfully he's doing very well with us. There was no need to bother any of the bird rescues or anything like that. His care is very simple. And with the amount of rescues I already do anyway, I'm kind of nearly an unofficial rescuer at this point. So if you guys want to keep updated on how he's doing on a daily basis, follow Daffy's Instagram, Irish Wilds. He's posting every single day to show how this guy's name is Meep, how Meep is doing on his growth. I'm actually currently not sure whether Meep is a boy or a girl, but Meep is adorable. I will put up a picture of what an adult one looks like. So you've probably all seen a moorhen before, but you might not have realised what it is. These guys normally come from marshlands and places like that, so they do live in rivers and lakes as well, but they're a wading bird rather than an actual true water bird. But you can see him sitting there, you fluffy Meep. So he's going to be part of the channel for a while anyway, because he's going to take a few months to grow up to be old enough to go back to the wild, and if he even wants to go back to the wild, we will give him the option completely. If he's too habituated and he wants to stay living with us, then I guess we're gonna have a moorhen chick permanently. But we will give him the option in a few months when he's old enough and he's learned to fly and all that. But we'll definitely be bringing him out fishing with us and other little adventures. So if you want to stay updated with him, watch Irish Wilds on Instagram. I'll put up the link to that on the screen and hopefully a link down below as well if I remember. So thanks for that, guys, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Different like everyone else, lost in the scramble for your own sense of self.